Before sending an attack, check if your Marauder is active. It can be purchased in the King's Market for 990 rubies for a 7-day activation. Multiple can be stacked for several weeks or months, and there are often sales where it can be found for around 75% off. Your alliance can control a monument. This provides a glory bonus up to 20% if you level it up. Having 2 doesn't do anything extra. Check if your honor is as high as it could be. Your honor is directly related to your glory potential. You can see this when you press the attack button. It will be shown next to a blue glory banner symbol. Your multiplier goes up to 100%, and with subscriptions can go above this percent. It will go higher as you gain more honor, allowing for more glory per attack. Check your Hall of Legends, the glorious skill, found on the 4th tier of the attack. Hall of Legends adds up to 50% extra glory per attack. Also found in the attack menu in the Hall of Legends are other effects that will help generate more glory, such as those that allow for additional waves of attack where additional tools can be placed, and the Always Prepared ability that allows for 50 tools to be placed on the flanks as opposed to 40, which can help to house additional glory banners in your attacks. Make sure your VIP mode is activated. At level 10, you can get plus 40% additional glory. You can construct a glory memorial. However, these are highly expensive for a low bonus and are not recommended. In your coat of arms menu, you can select different symbols. Some give effects to them. There is a snake one that gives 4% glory extra per attack, which with a large symbol or 2 of them, it can reach 8%. Other examples include a more expensive one, providing 23% extra glory, 46% when it is large, for 196,000 rubies. This needs to be active when the attack lands. There are 2 relevant alliance bonuses to the glory event. Firstly, the Alliance Glory bonus. Found in the Improvements tab of the Alliance Funds page, this provides an additional 100% glory bonus to your attack. The other relevant upgrade is Combat Strength against Foreigners and Bloodcrows, which ranges from 2% to 32%. This costs resources to do, and Vigor doubloons, and can only be activated by members with the General rank or higher, often referred to as the Silver Crown, as that is what the rank looks like. Purchasing extra waves cheaply, the plus 5 waves, a 1-day temporary version in the Equipment Trader tent for 7,799 rubies, or otherwise obtaining one is recommended. Some commanders have an ability, Extra Glory, when attacking glory targets. Equip one of these to your glory commander if you use a relic commander for this. Get a general with skills and abilities set up to attack, courtyard bonus, extra troops, on the front flanks or in the courtyard assault, and any PvP related abilities are recommended. See the general's tutorial for a deeper guide on this. The gist is, Exalted and Giant Slayer are optimal for these kind of targets that increase your courtyard strength. Attacking for glory. Now that you have your glory commander set up, it is time to send an attack. Firstly, send an espionage at full accuracy to see how it is defended. Next, check the defensive composition of the castle, note which sections of the wall are defended the most, and look for any large discrepancies in the melee/ranged count on the wall. All of them bar a few, being ranged, or melee for example. This will inform how you take on the target. Open the spy report, or click on the glory target and press the attack button, then the green tick found beneath your glory multiplier stat. We will be doing some rough estimation of how the battle will go. You should use previous battles for this. This can also be worked out roughly in a way I will also describe. Working out the defensive stats. If they have 100 melee troops with 10 strength versus ranged troops, just to keep this simple, you multiply the 10 by 100 for 1000 total strength. If you attack with enough shields to reduce their range to 0, it makes it easiest to attack. You would need to make sure your range power is 1000 plus to combat the remaining melee troops after ranged are brought to 0. If you take a commander and Castellan, equal apart from one stat, let's say courtyard, 1 is 100/100/101 is 100/100/200. You can expect the one with 200 in the courtyard to be around twice as powerful. There are other factors to consider, but you can also work out losses based off of the discrepancy between a commander and Castellan in this way for a rough idea. Now you have calculated or estimated how many troops need to be used for the wall, and ideally, what tools also you should fill the first waves. Autofill can do this for you, but I will show you how to do it manually, and then autofill the next wave to show both ways. If you know, you will beat both flanks in one wave, but the front will take 2 waves, you fill it appropriately, manually filling with ranged attackers, ideally, or autofilling and using the green check marks in order to select the sections and waves you would like to be filled with ranged attackers. Apply your PvP general to this commander you are using. Use your preset slot or buy one. You will use this for your remaining unfilled waves. The setup will include one sacrifice troop to hold the tools placed in each section of one empty wave. This can be any troop type that you find to be the most disposable to you. Now place the max amount of glory tools in each of the 3 tool slots in this wave. The one with the 3 sacrifice troops, this can be banners or tools with multiple stats on them, such as glory-specific PvP tools. Now save this preset. I call mine Glory Fill, or Glory Banners. Select every empty wave on the left-hand side with the checkboxes and apply this preset to every wave. If there are sections of your attack that may be one front section filled but both flanks empty on the second wave, then fill both flanks with glory tools and one sacrifice troop to hold the tools. Now, select every wave except for the first one on the left-hand side checkbox, including the last wave at the bottom, the Courtyard Assault, and autofill the Glory Fill wave to this, and select a preset for Wave 1, or fill with tools and troops using autofill or manually. Your Wave 1 Glory preset would include ranged attackers and a sufficient amount of shields on each section of the wall you plan to attack. This will be addressed later in the attacking for XP section also. For bonus points, ensure the troops that will be in the courtyard are opposite to theirs. If you do not expect to win the wall battle on the first wave, you should remove the second wave, where appropriate, and tool it. Also with ranged attackers and shields to reduce range strength being the primary focus. For example, if the enemy courtyard contains all ranged, you should be aiming for full melee. For a really simple example, using the same method as earlier, you calculate the troop strength in the courtyard of the defender for their ranged and melee and match that ratio with the composition of your attack. This is usually near 50-50 for an event target. However, this can be useful for other targets where this is not the case. Well done, you can now send this attack with fast travel feathers if you have enough of them, otherwise use coins. Tips and tricks. It is possible for you to both lose all your troops, the attacker and defender. If this happens, you need to click it. Then, dethrone, then pay to exile the castle, or else it will glitch out on you and not allow you to attack it, and it will be a wasted camp. You can spend 1,200 rubies to fortify a glory castle. This is an old feature, not really useful anymore, especially at lower levels. The cost to exile a glory castle goes down to the initial cost, once you win versus 1. In classic mode, this is how you speed up finding good targets, by attacking then, dethroning 3 or 4 times, then another attack landing. But in 2026, this isn't massively relevant, as classic mode is not entirely good for rewards. There are 10 glory targets to be attacked, there cannot be more than 10. They do take a while to respawn once defeated, around 10 to 15 minutes from my observations. The Glory event is a great source of XP because of the No Time for Weaklings repeatable quest, where you get 5,000 XP per 40,000 glory gained, which is near every attack if done right, especially for larger players, sometimes even without glory flags being used, or many troops. As mentioned earlier, there are tools you can use in your first waves that are both a shield and a glory tool. In my opinion, these are best saved for PvP, however will increase your glory total. You can buy an event bundle in the super sale for up to 100 euros for a 6-hour 2,500% glory boost. I do not recommend it. Having a lot of Alliance subscriptions can also generate extra glory. This also is not recommended for most. Your commander should be set to have as much melee, ranged, and courtyard strength as possible, with flank and front stats being important also. Applying temporary PvP boosts found in the Master Blacksmith for 1,250 silver coins each is recommended, as well as other items you do not mind using for an event. Playing the event for XP. This event is a great source of XP, as mentioned earlier, due to the No Time for Weaklings quest, where you get 5,000 XP per 40,000 glory gained. I would recommend, if you want to level up, you should have some glory tools before realistically trying this, but they can be bought cheaply in the Master Blacksmith for silver, and also horsetail standards can be purchased from the Nomad shop, which can be used for this. It will work without tools, but be slower, more than likely. Shield Maiden commanders can be useful for this in place of sending real troops for the courtyard battle. This makes easy mode especially easy for a source of XP, even on a small troop or tool budget. Select a mode you know you will win easily. For me, this is easy mode, as it is easiest for leveling up. Create a preset. Call it something like Wave 1 Glory. Fill this wave with the max amount of ranged attackers possible on one flank, add 10 Invader Mask event shields or other shields to reach minus 150 to 200% range defense troop reduction, and fill the rest with glory tools. If you find you are losing too many, you can select a front and a flank section, or even all three sections with this tool and troop composition. Put one troop in the sections you do not tackle in the first wave that remain empty and fill the tool slot with glory tools. Save this preset now. You can use this to skip the spying step. Take the glory fill preset from earlier and apply it to all waves. Then apply glory wave 1 to wave 1. You should have all the waves selected on the left hand side. For this, except for the first wave, there is no reason to select and unselect wave 1 if you do this order. If you have a Shield Maiden commander, you can just send it at this point if it is strong enough to win, provided it makes it into the courtyard, of course. If you are not using a Shield Maiden commander here, is the next easiest way. Deselect all the checkboxes at the top and select all the ones on the left for all waves and the courtyard assault, but deselect the first wave from this. If you autofill this now, it will only put troops in the courtyard part, as you have deselected the front section, and both flanks from all the waves. In the autofill menu, you can set this to be mead, coin troops, ruby troops melee, and ranged. So when I find a commander without a Shield Maiden bonus, I do it this way, so I can send the attacks out as quickly as possible without needing to change the setup of how I send an attack. This strategy also works for making a small amount of season points as 10,000 glory, and winning will get you 6 season points, regardless of the event difficulty. On higher difficulties, or where you do not win in one battle, it is possible for a camp to regenerate troops to a certain extent, allowing for trains to be run. However, I find it inconsistent. On a higher level, you can often get multiple attacks on one target though, and maybe faster using Shield Maidens, or if you had many troops to dispose of. Thank you for watching. If there needs to be small changes, I will add them in the description or on the Reddit. Send this video to your friend who does not know how to play this event, or to your alliance. You can subscribe also to be notified for future video uploads, as well as check out the subreddit at r/Goodgame Empire on Reddit, where you can easily find me and ask any questions you have, or post memes and stuff. A lot of the stuff that does not make the YouTube cut goes there for whatever reason. Let me know what you want to see next and all your opinions. I appreciate all the feedback. Have a good day and happy hunting.